Hi everyone on lockdown. Here we are. This is our second try for our video. Today we're gonna do a review on something completely different. It's a Weirach HW98 in 5.5 millimeter, .22 caliber, and we've got quite a variety of different pellets we're gonna show you guys here. Just a couple of things before we get shooting here. It's critical with all spring-powered air guns that you constantly check the tension on the screws that attach the wood onto the actual gun, both sides, and the main screw at the bottom of the receiver over here, not the trigger guard screw setting. Critical when you do when you own a spring-powered pellet gun. The other thing to bear in mind are your scope screws, scope mounting screws. Make sure the scope doesn't creep or move around on the actual receiver over here. And those are real basics to remember. Your hold is critical. I've noticed on a few occasions when the person or the shooter takes a dead rest on the bag, they tend to slam down the barrel, which can lead to this kind of thing happening. The barrel weight's quite heavy, and if you don't have a lockup mechanism, like certain brands have a lockup mechanism, your point of impact can change or vary drastically. So those are the basics to remember when shooting spring-powered pellet guns. Beauty here is, of course, no air tanks, no bottles required. Disadvantage, you've got a recoil to cope with, and accuracy on the top end brands can compete with certain brands of PCPs. Generally though, range is a problem with a spring powered pellet gun, but you're gonna get the odd guy that takes me on here and tells me that he can shoot with his spring powered pellet gun what a PCP can do. It's not possible, honestly. When you exceed 50 meters, it starts just the wheels fall off the bus. But bear in mind, most pigeons, birds, creatures are shot within that distance. In the backyard, which we know shouldn't be done, but we know everybody do end up shooting or hunting in their backyard. Just on that note, please take caution, extreme caution, and discuss these things with your neighbors. Thanks, guys. It's currently at 35 meters. And okay, so we got the 14.6 grain H&N field target trophy in the Weirach HW98. Our targets are up there. We're going to do grouping only, and our range is 25 meters, and Caleb's going to be shooting. It's the first time he's done a Springer, but let's have a look. Okay, we're looking at 578.9, energy of 10.90 foot-pounds using a 14.6 grain pellet. So to convert that to joules energy, you multiply 10.90 by 1.356, and that'll give you the energy in joule. But enough of that. Let's go check the target. We got, that was what, 4 shots? 3-shot grouping at this distance. Remember, the gun is not sighted with this pellet weight. We only did a grouping target here, and we're going to try showing you guys groupings on these other targets as well, using different pellets. Okay, so our next grouping is the Barracuda Green 12.96 grains in 5.5 caliber. These are alloy pellets. Okay, Caleb, let's check what we can get as far as grouping is concerned. We did do a pre-sighter shot just to see, and we were looking at 698 and 701 feet per second using that pellet weight, 14.05 foot-pounds of energy. And let's see what sort of accuracy we can expect here. Another important factor with spring-powered guns is your hold. Your hold is critical. Some guns don't like to be grasp tight, others prefer to be grasp tight. That's going to affect accuracy downrange on your target as well. Factors to remember there. Right, let's go check the grouping. Another important factor, guys, just remember your pellet alloying in your barrel or leading. Your barrels prefer to be alloyed, in other words, a couple of rounds shot through it. That's a very good grouping at this range, bearing in mind it's not a PCP, and Caleb hasn't practiced. This is his first time ever shooting a spring-powered air gun. Okay, so this is our last batch of pellets we're going to try. It's the H&N Sniper Light 14.04 5.5 grain, and I've already set the crony up there. Let's check what it does as far as the grouping is concerned. .9, quite consistent, bearing in mind it's a Springer. Just another thing here to remember, if your Springer is sighted, and in this case here the sun is shining on the barrel or the receiver of the gun here, the grease and liquids inside the gun will start becoming liquid. The grease will start becoming liquid and move to a different area of the gun, which will affect accuracy as well as recoil and once again point of impact. You leave the gun standing out in the sun here, it's going to change point of impact. Obviously PCPs aren't as much affected by problems like that, temperature problems. And we have the very good grouping here, excellent grouping there. Bearing in mind we haven't alloyed the barrel using that pellet type.